So earlier they had a situation today, and I didn't get all the tweets earlier. I would go through and get them, but most of the responses that Shushu Carrington was saying that Shakur Stevenson was in the manner of, I only been pro 2 years, and I got guys out here worried about me, and uh, if people are worried about him, I'm just I'm not saying I'm out of context, but at the same time, you know what I mean. This is all allegedly. But he was just saying, I'm about to take over this boxing thing if these guys are worried about me this much and everything else. And he was responding to when Shakur Stevenson brought up his name, calling him a goofy and everything else, and about a situation, that these fans are bringing up how certain fighters are ready. And I've tend to say something like that recently, not about Shushu, has nothing to do with him, but just about certain fighters who are, I would say, just now hitting the scene. It's been a lot of fans that say, "Oh, that guy's ready to go. He's ready to go." But then there's certain fighters. That's I was saying recently. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, Shushu reminds me of Terrence Crawford." But a lot of y'all didn't think about Terrence Crawford though. Like none of y'all was giving Terrence Crawford a chance just 12 months ago. So it's like now that people are like, "Oh, this guy reminds me of Terrence Crawford. Oh, this guy reminds." Bro, y'all didn't like the style of Terrence Crawford just last year. So I'm confused on that whole situation. So when Shakur is saying that, he's not saying that he's going to Shushu. He was basically saying like, why does this keep popping up as far as with these guys being named like they're just like that? And I've been putting in major work over the short period of time. I've been putting in major work. And these guys are getting credit for stuff that they ain't really doing. They ain't doing what I'm doing. And he not just saying Shushu, he was just saying some names. And since Shushu and him is around the same age, he was just using them as an example. He could have used somebody else that he doesn't know. But I don't think it's any fighters that was around top rank that's making as much noise lately as those guys. That's probably why he said that. Also, I know that he has mutual friends that had a little situation with Shushu recently, so it could be just some rivalry stuff. I don't know. It could be some Jersey, New York stuff. It could be just some backyard stuff, but who knows, man? At the end of the day, it's all entertainment. At the end of the day, a lot of stuff ain't entertainment. With those two guys, it don't sound like it's entertainment. We're gonna try to keep that in the ring though. I didn't hear too much of that outside the ring stuff. They kept it inside the ring talk. Uh, Shakur Stevenson does talk trash, so that's what he does. I wouldn't take too much out of it. I think Shakur Stevenson's all right. Terrence Crawford went in there and just said, "Hey man, can we all get along? Like, let's just relax for a minute." He's the only one that can play that position. With Shakur Stevenson. He knows like, hey man, we need to go ahead and relax for a minute on everything, chill. I know guys like to fight. A lot of these guys, as much as people think like, oh, Shakur Stevenson this, yeah, he's not much of a talker from what I've seen. From what I've seen, Shakur Stevenson isn't much of a talker. He's not gonna get out here and just randomly have conversations with guys about stuff that's happening in the ring. I don't think that's happening. So, yeah, he's not much of a talker, man. He's not a guy. He talks with his fists, just like Shushu Carrington. But Shushu is not gonna play any type of games though. He's went through a lot, especially to get to the point where he's at now. And he ain't get this far to be trying to argue back and forth with Shakur Stevenson about some spilled milk. If it can happen outside the ring, then it can happen. It'll just be like that. That's the situation it'll be. But overall, he's not gonna go back and forth arguing with nobody about anything. If it's not pertaining to any kind of cash getting made right now, especially in the boxing ring. So that's mostly what these guys is focused on right now. Anything outside of that, it's not doing much for the sport. And with Shakur Carrington, I can understand that. But overall, man, Shakur Stevenson got to calm down. Going at everybody, he's gonna have a lot of beef in the same situation. You don't want to pull a Ryan Garcia right now and put yourself on the same level as him. Cause then you're gonna make it seem like it's normal. Not saying you're doing the same type of things, but on Twitter with these tweets, yeah, it's getting kind of real out here. You already know everybody against you, so yeah, I understand what he's doing. He's just lashing out, which is cool. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna get back in the ring eventually. Bro, Shakur been doing this. I don't know if everybody know this. I know everybody just starting to realize who he is and that he popped up on the scene recently for them, but Shakur been doing this. Been doing it. I mean, at a high level. This guy's definitely not somebody to sleep on. So, I know Shakur's a very good fighter. I'm high on Shakur. I know the last couple of fights people been jumping on the Shakur bandwagon, but it's been a lot of guys on YouTube and America who's been high on Shakur for years. That's one thing. So, I know Shakur Stevenson basically saying that he hasn't been pro that long and he hasn't been doing that much. He's the same age as him, but overall, bro, you gotta realize, like, Shakur putting in work just like everybody else is. It's not easy to get at this level. Then a lot of these people want y'all to go against each other and already, like, go at each other for no reason when y'all not even in the same weight class no more. So you gotta relax, man, so people won't be having all these situations happen like this. Because Shakur can promote himself without having to go attack other fighters, especially guys winning in your weight class. And I don't think it was an attack. He was just using the analogy and his name slipped up in there. And that's just the way it is. I mean, that happened. But shoot, Shakur don't want nobody mentioning his name right now either, so yeah. I mean, other guys feel the same way, especially if they know you, man. If they know you, come on, man. I think it was all just a misunderstanding. But overall, it can get serious real quick. I have seen that. It has gotten serious real quick. Yeah, that would be a good fight in the future. But right now, I don't think it's a good option for them to get in the ring. That's not even possible. Especially with the stuff that Shakur Stevenson has lined up. He's not even with Top Rank no more. I guess he feels like guys like Shakur is replacing him as well, which I agree on. The buzz. I mean, the buzz that Shakur getting is just the buzz he's getting. I mean, if he's not going to get it, somebody else will. Just to be honest with you. I mean, you would rather him get it than somebody else who's unqualified, wouldn't you? Just from how I'm thinking. I'm thinking if I'm in that situation, I want him to get it besides somebody else who's unqualified. There's a lot of people who ain't qualified for that position, but they still being able to get this position and think they're at this level. They're really not. And Shakur got to let it be known that, man, he got to start putting these guys on notice, letting them know, like, hey, I'm here to actually fight and stop guys. But yeah, a lot of guys have been running lately, but you got to start putting on notice, man. Beating the crap out of these guys like you always been. I mean, you did it with Jamel Herring. Chase these guys down and beat them down, man. I mean, that's what we doing. That's what's supposed to be going on. So yeah, Shakur ain't got nothing to do with that. And just take the criticism and run with it. I think it'll be good. If you the last man standing, hey, you can stand on top of these people and laugh at them. They can be a joke in a while. If you really play your cards right, man, you can be laughing at these people. Everybody trying to play with your name right now, man. Go ahead and set the table right and expose these clowns. I ain't saying shoot, because shoot, he gonna do what he need to do. He a problem. You already know that. Shakur already know shoot's a problem. He just saying, man, if y'all gonna get everybody else credit, give me credit. And that goes for anybody in life. If y'all know somebody putting in that work, man, give them credit, man. Don't give people credit because you want to see another man replace somebody else. If I'm doing the same thing somebody else doing, give me credit. Like these guys that be out here stealing information from and then they don't want to give credit to certain people. Disgusting, man. Worst kind of individuals, bro. Just to let y'all know that. Worst kind of people you can never be around. It's people who will steal from you and act like they don't know where they got it from. And just like in boxing, the worst kind of fans or people you can have around is fans who will sit up here and give guys credit for fighting people they don't know and then tell the best guys they need to fight somebody they do know. It's the worst thing you could do. And yeah, Shakur's in that position. But yeah, he can't blame Carrington though. But he did use him as an example. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.